I just have to say, I'm 22, and I've lost someone I've known who's about my age, like between 18 and 25, every year for the past couple of years, and it's weird having people my age going around me. Like, you don't expect it. I mean, what, we're late teens, early 20s, and there's just people dropping like flies, and it's horrible. And doing psychology and things like that, I mean, obviously, some of them are accidents and some of them are unknown circumstances and things like that, but it makes you wonder. Um, I just feel like people our age should be able to talk openly more with each other and get things out that need to be got out rather than all this secrecy around. And I mean, what I know people with depression. I've got depression myself, and it's just things that are going around in our kind of generation. It's difficult, and it's really hard to try and figure out what exactly is going on. I mean, I know people blame the media and people blame social websites like Facebook and stuff like that. But it's a tricky one, and it's not very pleasant. I think I'm going to do an in-depth psychology corner one once I've got everything else under wraps, because it's really worth a gander, and I think there's something seriously going wrong with the 90s generation, I suppose. We don't seem to be doing very well um, as a whole. I mean, there's just so many younger people going prematurely, so to speak, whether it be by accidents or drug related things or mental health type things or I mean all the murders and stuff that happened in I think it was London when people were just being shanked, and it's like, oh god, it's going down. So yeah, I'm gonna look into it in more depth, but I'm just not quite comfortable with what's going on, and it's not nice, and it's kind of worrying. So yeah, this will be followed up in a more detailed one, but personally from someone that's suffering with depression and is seeing a lot of death around me lately, it's not good. It's not something you'd expect to see from people our age, and I know that the older generations kind of sit back and look at it and go, what's going on? We don't get it. And I don't think anyone does. And I think it needs looking at. I know there's some psychological research out there at the moment, but I know it's quite a narrow field um, for certain subtopic areas in particular. So I'm going to try and get an extensive series up for you guys, looking into the research that's around and what psychology can bring to it. Um, Even for the things that aren't like death related, things like general happiness and stuff like that. I'm going to look into once I've got this done, because I feel like it's important. It needs to be out there and it needs to be accessible for anyone to understand, and I'm hoping I can do that for you guys. So yeah, stay tuned, I suppose, but that's all for now.